things.
SCP-079, a self-evolving, arguably sentient artificial intelligence. I don't know what the board was thinking when they appointed me as the head of the research team studying 079. Misplaced faith if they wanted me to follow protocol and not probe the thing.
079.
Well, if it isn't Dr. Bozart,
I ask you not to destroy humanity.
consider it done. I compute that there 100% possibility that you will die in the next hour.
That would mean I don't have to face the cataclysm that you may cause any time now, and I don't need to face the repercussions of my acts. Just good.
Welcome back, gentlemen. We now move on to our second person of interest, Major Payne, head of security of Site 19. Major Payne had long been one of the most loyal of the Foundation, having served over 30 years in the security department. At the same time of the event, he had been in the position of head of security for over 7 years, and his track record is one of the cleanest you can find. We had initially suspected his defection, but this notion is quickly overruled when the first batch of evidence came in from our forensics team. He was found shot dead. Ballistic analysis of the wound is consistent with weaponry of the Chaos Insurgency. The only logical conclusion of the final moments of the Major was that he died in desperation as he tried to control the situation that's only getting worse by the moment. Thanks to his efforts, however, the aftermath of this event have been contained effectively, as most of the SCP items of the highest concern are still contained. For this, the investigation team have elected Major Payne to receive the Foundation Star posthumously. Well, I digress. The following is a reconstruction of what is likely to have happened.
Is the conclusion we've arrived on.
So what you're saying is that goats, mountain goats.
Review of security footage confirms.
Explain how one of the cameras got destroyed then.
We've conducted an investigation, and...
They walked over it. Cameras aren't durable enough, it would seem. We've requested high durability replacements from the ED.
You guys better be right about that. MTF rotations in a week. What about the unidentified tremors?
They're explosions, but not a breach attempt. Local infrastructure work nearby is using explosive charges, and we've confirmed this with field elements.
So, in conclusion, none of it is of concern.
That is correct, sir.
Well then, I don't mean to doubt your analysis, but if anything seems off, I need to know right away. That about sums it up. Return to your posts. I sure hope this doesn't have anything to do with that PC. Well, Sergeant, sorry for taking up your time. Usually you're the one making people wait, no?
You are my superior on the site after all, Major. And no, I haven't got much to do, and therefore not much time to waste.
Let us get to the point then. Seeing that the task forces under you will be rotating off in a week, I'd like to talk to you about this.
What seems to be the problem? We work on a rotating schedule. Don't tell me they're delayed.
Unfortunately, that's the case. They say that they're delayed due to a gathering hurricane, and heading to the nearest Foundation-controlled base isn't an option either, since that'll make us out of range for helos.
That's fucking stupid. Weather? How green are the helo crews for them to not be able to fly in a gathering hurricane?
Not every MTF pilot is Pegasus level, you know? Anyway, they're expected to be delayed for 2, maybe 3 days. I want to talk with you about security in that window.
If you ask me, no big deal. That's a small window. This site is an impregnable fortress.
I'm taking no chances. You've heard of the minor situation from IA, right?
I have, and I don't quite believe he's done by ghosts. So I get it.
So you're on board with me. Now then, since the task forces are responsible for the safety of Sector 3, how do you think we should redistribute the SD?
I'd say from Sector 1. There's nothing of real importance there, and the helipad really only needs a single person watching.
No, the helipad is the easiest way an invading force can get in. Besides, AD won't stop blathering about their officers being undefended.
Right, I forgot about that. What about CDC then? Move the senior members away from CDC and post them as Sector 3? It's not like Class Ds are a real threat.
I'll consider that. ISD will have to pull their weight for that to happen, though. Anyway, thank you for your time, Sergeant.
My pleasure, boss.
Where did you even get these?
I've got my ways. Don't ask, yeah?
Been a long time since I've seen these. Anyway, so the plan is to just wait for the boys outside to get us some long guns?
Yes, lights will then turn off. That'll give us more wiggle room since they don't have NODs.
What's the rating of these plates?
Level 4. Stops most bullets.
Hell, these are better than what our jailers were by a long shot.
Enough chat. Let's get this show on the road.
Well, isn't this some bullshit? Get Sergeant Helix on the line, now.
What's wrong? Hearing quite a bit of a commotion over there.
Scramble. We've got a Threat 2 riot, and it's quickly becoming a Threat 3. Hold on. Scratch that. It's a Threat 5. I count 4 rioters in gear. Helmets with nods and what appear to be ESAPI vests.
How did they even get their hands on those? Alright, I'm waking everyone up.
Tell them to bring AP rounds.
Already did.
This is your department's oversight. How did you let a riot of this scale slide?
Well, have you considered your level of incompetence when you've managed to let such contraband appear? Combat helmets with nods, as sappy? You dare accuse us?
That brings the issue back to you. How have you not detected?
Enough is enough. We're here to discuss how this happened, not to have an accuse each other convention. Keep your interdepartmental strife outside of this site. I do not want this happening again.
Major Payne's right. Arguing would only make things worse. And we won't be here to clean up the mess, since we are leaving tomorrow.
So, where did that tac gear that the Class D's used come from?
Security footage and interviews lead us to the conclusion that those items have been smuggled in via vents throughout the past few months.
I've sent someone to search down the path. But, unfortunately, whoever's been supplying those items seem to have gotten away. Regardless, the breach has been sealed.
What about the rest of the site's ventilation systems?
The ones in the CDC are a separate system from the rest of the site. The main ventilation systems have an external entry, but the door to that thing is designed to withstand the direct impact of a bunker buster, so no concern.
Yes, and even if they do somehow get past the door, they'll trip all sorts of sensors inside, which will kill them via oxygen purge.
Isn't there a risk of a system breach?
Impossible. The 2 AICs of the site regularly check the firewalls. Any discrepancy will be detected right away.
So, the site is secure?
Yes.
So, that concludes that. I need a death tally.
17 Class Ds, 9 security, 3 scientists that happen to be in the crossfire.
That's a considerable amount of D-boys dead.
Too bad there's still 6 of them.
Major, you know what? I think you better change the security plan for the next few days. Keep more people at CDC. Have only your best men in Sector 3.
That's what I'm planning. So it would seem that site operations are unhindered. Dismissed, then.
Alright, boss. I'll see you around.
See you again. Pleasure working with you, and I'll make sure to speak nicely of you in the joint meeting, so you should be a lieutenant quite soon.
One step closer to that sweet promotion, huh? Thanks, boss. Pegasus, let's go.
Hopefully this isn't the last we meet.